Hey, what's up, guys? This is your Eternal Phoenix again, coming at you with another video. Today it's not gonna be a reading. It's gonna be a little Bible / history lesson, if you shall will. And I don't know if I've posted this before, but I'm gonna post it again because just in case, you never know. Okay, so I fell down the rabbit hole, and by rabbit hole I mean like Alice in Wonderland's rabbit hole. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because I found out a lot, like I had a lot of downloads, and it comes to me periodically. Okay, I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to do the best that I can to my ability. So let me know what you think in the comments. But okay, so the story of Jesus of Nazareth. Okay, they have referred to Jesus as the morning star or the morning sun in Revelations. Okay, we all know that Lucifer is also the morning star. Okay, some people believe that they are one and the same. Now, if you are doing shadow work and in occultism or whatever, you have a light side and you have a dark side. Well, I believe Lucifer was Jesus's way of battling his shadow side, if that makes sense. Like, that's his shadow side. Okay, and the reason why I say that, it's because it's like, if you really stop and think about it, okay, like, why does this omnipotent, omnipresent God need an adversary for? If he knows all, sees all, hears all, blah, 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 why does he need an adversary for if he's just this big ass, badass, powerful thing? Okay, well, I've noticed a lot of things lately have been mirroring itself. Like, I've heard tarot readers talking about something, something's mirroring people, or, certain zodiac signs, there's certain people or whatever that are mirroring themselves. Okay, what's to say that, like, our whole reality right now isn't being mirrored? Like, everything, everybody, every single living creature is being mirrored. Okay, and it has to do with the energy shifts. It has to do with the more information that I either put out, find out. It causes a shift. Okay, it causes a major shift. What the? It causes a major shift. Okay. So, for instance, the other day I was trying to do a video out at the lake about the Bible. Okay, at first I thought the Old Testament was discussing the start of and the fall of the Roman Empire. Well, come to find out, it's actually the start from the Viking era to the end of the Roman Empire. Okay, and then the New Testament, it goes into the rule of the royals. If you pay close attention, okay, and if you know your history really well, you can line the two up. Okay, and I talked about Mary and Elizabeth, because in the Bible it talks about Mary, Jesus's mother, who bore Jesus or whatever. She had a cousin whose name was Elizabeth. Well, in the royal family, Mary, Queen of Scots, she had a cousin that was removed. Her name was Elizabeth, who was the Queen of Ireland. Okay, now, hang on. Now, in Luke, the first book of Luke, okay, so it says, and I cannot make this shit up, in First Luke, okay, so okay, so this is in the days of King Herod. Okay, he had a wife from the daughter, there was a priest named Zechariah from the division of Abijah, and he had a wife from the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God, walking blamelessly in all the commandments and statutes of the Lord. Okay, the Lord, the definition of the meaning of the actual word meaning of the word Lord is a property owner or somebody of noble stature. Okay? Because if you think back in olden times, they were like, my lord, my lady, okay? But they had no child because Elizabeth was barren, and both were advanced in years. So they were both in old age, okay? Now, while he was serving as a priest before God, when his division was on duty, according to the custom of the priesthood, he was chosen by lot to enter the temple of the Lord and burn incense. Okay, that's proof of a ritual right there, because you burn incense during a ritual in any ritualistic ceremony, okay? That's considered demonic if you really stop and think about it, okay? And the whole multitude of the people were praying at the hour of incense. And there appeared to him an angel of the Lord. So like an angel or a right-hand person, like a right-hand man of the Lord, or a property owner, or a right-hand man of a king, for instance, standing on the right side of the altar of incense. So he was standing on the right side of an altar. And Zechariah was troubled when he saw him, and fear fell upon him. Okay, but the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah, for your prayer has been heard, and your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you shall call his name John." Okay? And you will have joy and gladness, and many will rejoice at his birth. For he will be great before the Lord, and he must not drink wine or strong drink, and he will be filled with the Holy Spirit, even from his mother's womb. Okay, so at first he was going to be called John, Elizabeth's son, okay? Now, and he will turn many of the children of Israel to the Lord their God, to their king, okay? Who they considered kings as gods, okay? And he will go before him in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready for the Lord a people prepared. And Zechariah said to the angel, "How shall I know this? For I am an old man, and my wife is advanced in years." And the angel answered him, "I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I was sent to speak to you and to bring you this good news. And behold, you will be silent and unable to speak until the day that these things take place, because you did not believe my words, which will be fulfilled in their time." So pretty much he tells him, like, okay, because you didn't believe what I had to say, you're not going to be able to tell anybody about this. Like, you have to keep your mouth shut. Like, hush, hush. Okay? And when he came out, he was unable to speak to them, and they realized that he had seen a vision in the temple. So he went in, and he had a vision. Okay? He had a vision. Same thing as gnosis. Same thing as, like, downloads, okay? Same thing as getting a download from the divine. Okay? I'm sorry, I lost my place. Okay. And he kept making signs to them and remained mute. So it's like he was having issues telling them what he saw, but he couldn't picture it. He couldn't put it into words because there were no words for it. Okay? After these days, his wife Elizabeth conceived, and for 5 months she kept herself hidden, saying, "Thus the Lord has done for me in the days when he looked on me to take away my reproach among people. Thus the Lord has done for me in the days when he looked upon me." So he looked at her to take away my reproach among people. I'm getting, like, honestly, this is what I'm getting. I'm not even going to look up the word, what the word reproach means, but I'm guessing maybe virginity, pureness, okay? In the 6th month of the angel Gabriel was sent from God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, okay, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, O favored one, the Lord is with you." Okay, so like this is what I'm picturing, okay? I'm getting that Mary and Joseph are somewhere in Nazareth. The king's, or, the Lord, or the king's right-hand man comes and it's like, "Greetings, hey, peace be with you. The king is with you." Because the Muslims, they'll be like, "Peace be unto you," okay? Assalamu alaikum is what they call it, okay? Be like, "Peace be unto you, and you as well." Okay, anyways, but she was greatly troubled at the saying and tried to discern what sort of greeting this might be. So she was kind of like, what are you talking about? Like, this is weird. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be good or bad. Okay? Stay with me. It says, and behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus. He will be great, and he will be called the Son of the Most High, and the Lord God will give to him the throne of his father David. Okay? And the Lord, or king, okay, because the kings were seen as gods, will give to him the throne of his father David. Okay, now, before my phone dies, because I've got like 9% left, and I'll continue this in a little bit, but the fact that, one, Elizabeth had a son named John. Okay, back in those days, John was also known as James. People that would name their kids John they called them James. Okay. Holy Bible, King James Version. Okay? I'm trying to get your mind to think, okay? So if you really stop and think about it, it's like, okay, if they really call people James and John, like, what's to say that this whole book wasn't written by the royals themselves, by their family? Because it's like, okay, well, it talks about, if you don't obey thy God and thy word, that you'll be sent to hell, or you'll be in for all eternity. Okay, what happens when you don't follow the rules? What happens whenever you go against government, whatever the fucking you even so much as try to do any type of protesting? What do? They condemn you. They condemn you to jail or confine you to jail. Make that make sense, because that would be like a consideration of a branch off of hell. It says it right here in this book that they condemn you if you don't listen to what they say. If you go against the grain, they're going to condemn you. And guess what? That condemning you, they do it in any shape, form, or fashion. That means slandering your name, making you look like a terrorist, making you look like a crazy person to all extent. Say I'm lying. Okay? I'm going to go in and charge my phone. I'll be back shortly with another video.